That really encourages me, man.
I don't know, Damon. I feel like after we hang up, you're going to either think I'm crazy or I'm one of the wisest men on this earth. So, hey, it is what it is. But I know one thing, when I go to bed at night, I'm not going to have no regrets in saying, you know what, I said today and what I felt God wanted me to say.
I'll tell you this. In the pursuit for this higher existence, this place where I feel like God's apparent and acute blessing is displayed in my life. In pursuit to that place, sometimes I get to this area, get in this space where I feel like, you know, if you're not for me, you're against me, right? Like, I don't need you. I can make this path by myself. Like, I can. Like, I really can. But when I hear you talk like this, it inspires me to be more gracious, more compassionate, you know. Like, for example, my father, that might be the best way that he knows how to apologize.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I'm making sense, but that might be the closest to what I'm looking for or what I was hoping for to come out of him. That might be the closest I'm able to.
Mm-hmm.
So here lately, I've been thinking like, well, fuck, you know, you ain't got something positive to say to me, fuck you. Like, you know, I'm not going to allow that energy to penetrate my space and disrupt the flow of things I've got going, you know? And I'm still very mindful, and I guard my space and my energy, and I protect my positive energy. I try to, at least. You know, when I hear you talk like that, it really makes me feel like in the spirit that God's way is entirely different than my way. You know what I mean? Like, because of who he is, I'm going to get to the finish line. Right?
Right.
But I can either get to that finish line by myself, or like, unfortunately for Samson, like you said, do you really think God's intent for his life was to display his glory in his death? Or like Moses, do you really think that God's intent and the fullness of his purpose for Moses was him dying on a mountain and not really experiencing the abundance in which God promised his people? Right? So when I look at it, like, I mean, Saul was a great king. Do you really feel like God's intent and glory for his life was to really just make him a example because he was raising King David? Or was there a more perfect way in which Samuel could have taught the next king to be?
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I see how you earlier started conversation by saying, listen, you got to be aware of the devil and his tricks, because he's going to come at you at this level of blessing where God is going to take you. He's going to come at you in a way that you might not be trained to see quite yet.
Right. Exactly.
See, I think none of us really can compare with Moses. Like you said, God said he was his best friend, or it was his friend. Like, God don't really go around using that kind of adjective or pronoun when he's talking about somebody. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he don't really just fire up, this is my friend, this is my guy. You know, he said Moses was his friend. So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the way you talk you inspire me to think like, okay, Sims, do you really think that God's intent and end purpose for your life was for you to come to this 10-year junction and say, I'm done with bipolar, has consumed my life, my marriage is gone, I'm divorced, my kids don't live with me no more, I'm in this big empty house alone, love has left my front door, she's went out the back. Do you really think that God has brought you to this place where you can say, listen, God will get his glory in my former things? Nah, homie, I don't believe that.
There you go. So you preaching it way better than I am. I could. I was stumbling through it. You as flowing as a kid. You flowing like a river.
No, I'm just saying that's the way. When I talk, every time I talk to you, I get off the phone and I go to a place where it's like, okay, God. You know, I have to be constantly reminded of where you're taking me. You know?
Exactly.
And then I'm reminded of his glory. Like, who am I that now I feel like preaching a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it goes back to you, Bob. You know, it makes me feel like, yo, who am I that you're mindful of me?
There you go.
Like, we're talking about the King of Glory. We're talking about the one that describes in human words so that our brains can understand. He says, listen.
You got to understand. You got to understand what you just said. Think about it, though. That's the flip side. Who are you that he would think about you? That this is what confused the man who was trying to be objective. It's like you should see him as a total loss, but yet you have treated him greater than an angel. Right? You catch me? You catch that? The man was mesmerized that God put you on such a high pedestal. It's like, God, why would you place him at such a high place? That shows you what you're really worth. Because some people look at that and go, well, we're nothing. But no, that's not what he was saying. He is saying, this is how valuable you are. Wow. Who is man that you would even consider him in this manner? In the midst of all his wickedness, when you should destroy him, you still bless him and give him life. Talking about the goodness of God. I don't want to confuse you. I'm just saying, some people look at it on the downside, like we're worthless. No, he's not saying we're worthless. He's saying
at all. No, I don't feel like I know better. So when I say it like that, that's exactly how I'm coming across. Like, who are you? Like, if I finish, it's like God said in his word that I humble myself to behold the things in the heavens and the earth. Like, to humble yourself means for Michael Jordan, look, man, I'm going to have to humble myself so that I don't use my complete skill to absolutely destroy these kindergartners while I play them in basketball. Like, that's what humble means. Like, I gotta put on some shades to look at the glory that, you know, like, you guys don't understand where I come from. Like, it's taken a lot for me just to look at the things that you all as a created being think is past amazing. Like, I gotta humble myself to behold. So my point is that if God is willing to do all of that, then you must be some kind of specialty.
Exactly. And you know why he's willing to do all that for you? You know, one of the main reasons. Damien.
Why is that?
And for me, and that goes to anybody else, because it only takes one man. It's all it takes. God don't need an army. That's what he tried to get over to Gideon. Remember when he came to Gideon and said, get up, you great and mighty warrior? Gideon looked around and was like, God, who are you talking about? He's like, me? I ain't no great warrior. He said, yeah, you're going to go to battle. You're going to destroy all of the enemy. And he's like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. He said, you're going to have to show me some real proof that I'm the man, because I can't see my God had to do a couple of miracles. Remember, he told us to put the fleece outside, and when the dew fell, let the fleece be dry. And then an opposite of that, the next day, you remember? And then he told Gideon, when he started off with 5,000 men, he told him take them down and let them drink out of the river, the ones who sat water like a dog, which is like the worst way to drink water because you take your eyes off of your surroundings. Those are the men I want you to keep. He narrowed it down to 300, remember?
Yeah.
I want you to keep the foolish, stupidest men you can find. Because guess what? When the battle is won, I don't want nobody to get the glory. You don't know that you don't deserve none of the glory. Okay, so get on it, James. Do you know how much damage you can do?
I mean,
we did it, and I know that, but man, I'm not going. I would die with it flowing out of my veins, man. I honestly believe that if you sell yourself out to God, man, do you know what you can't do? What can't you do? If you literally sell yourself